Come here to pioneer. I bring the light to the deepest secrets of different bills. Hey, Uncle Demi, you need it, I got it listed here. You wanna make it, I'll show you just how to make it here. I got all the rarest bills, and I ain't done yet. Went from the finish to making bills like a prospect. Flow space and slashes to catching us with a lot of thread. You keep the medals cause the real one's coming up next. Only scratch the surface, still they try to drain.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is your man, Uncle Demi, and today I have another special banger for you. Right now, listen, before we get into this video, you know exactly what you need to do. Go ahead and drop a like and sub to the channel, right? We just hit 37,000 subs yesterday. So obviously we are literally trying to get to 40K by the end of this month. We need to go ahead and make a big push these last couple weeks. So go ahead and sub up if you haven't already done so. And again, let's get this video to at least 600 likes, all right? 600 likes. Let's go ahead and shoot for 600 likes on this video. And of course, let's hop right into it. All right, now what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the top 3 power forward builds in the game, in my opinion, of course, right? So of course there's going to be many opinions on what's the best power forward builds, but in my opinion, the power forward position is something that you don't see a lot of, because most of the time if you want to make a post score, you're better off making a center, because you know you want to be bigger and stronger. It's just one of those builds that is kind of in between. You know, it's literally like the small forwards get the shortest end of the stick. The power forwards don't get the shortest end of the stick, because you do get benefits for when it comes to your offense. Offensively, you will get more badges in the center, but centers have more defensive badges. And most of the time, the centers are more your defensive anchor type positions. So usually what the power forward position is, you will want to make these positions more unique, right? Unique in that what their play style will be, or unique in the fact that, you know, they can potentially be, you know, an ISO build, right? Like the one that we're about to start off with right now. And because you're better off making a center, right? You know, like that's why you don't see a lot of power forwards. Well, this first build that we're going to talk about is the build called the the stretch playmaker. Now with the stretch playmaker, obviously, you know, a lot of y'all know I made this build for Duke Dennis, and I feel like this is probably one of the top, not one of the top power forward builds, just one of the top ISO builds in the game, because again, it's taller, it's it can ISO, it can shoot lights out, it plays really decent defense, it can rebound, it can do a little bit of everything, right? So let's just hop right into it. Let's talk about the first one. This is going to be your stretch playmaker. Of course, you want to go with the playmaking and shooting pie chart. All right. Then what you want to do is you want to go on with the most speed, because obviously you're trying to get the highest speed possible, because you want to be able to speed boost with this build. With your driving layup, you want to go 64. You want to go 64 on your driving dunk, and then you want to max out with 66 with your standing dunk. So I would say this is that on Duke Dennis build, he doesn't have the driving layup maxed out, but we actually have that maxed out on ours. All right. And then with the standing dunk. And then what you want to do is you want to max out your mid-range, your 3-point shot, and your post fade. That'll give you exactly 17. Then what you want to do is you want to max out your pass accuracy, your ball handling. You want to go 66 on your post moves. That'll give you 12. Then you want to go ahead and max out your perimeter, your lateral quickness, your defensive rebound, your offensive rebound, your blocks, and then the rest will go to your steals. I'll give you 5, okay? Now, if you're looking at it, you got 1, 17, 12, and 5. What really sets this build apart, like I said, this build is meant to be on the perimeter. It is meant to ISO a guard or a center. Now listen, if this build gets placed on the center, it's a GG. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I've seen Duke destroy people, destroy centers on this build. It's a walking mismatch when it comes to the center. You do not want to be ISO'd and you're a paint beast being ISO'd by a 6'8" stretch playmaker that can speed boost and can shoot from limitless, right? So what makes this build extremely scary is that it is a mismatch, right? Now, as you can see, there is no interior defense. So again, this build is meant to be played as the point, the primary ball handler. So if you're running on the twos, this build is 6'8", so make sure you have, most likely you would like to have either a 6'8" or a 6'9" rebounding wing, or you want to go somewhere like a 6'10", 6'11", stretch 5 or glass clean lockdown, but another build that can shoot, that can spread the floor, so you do not have to worry about having some other guy trying to help out when you're trying to, get to the basket, right? When it comes to the size, you want to go built. And the reason why you want to go built is because obviously you're going to lower your weight all the way down. And when you lower your weight all the way down, it makes you look a little bit better than what you would be if you were going somewhere like Slight, right? You want to go 6'8". You want to lower your weight all the way down to 185. Then you want to lower your wingspan all the way down to 80, right? So remember, you will get +5 on this build if you hit 99.9. So again, as you see, the driving dunk will be a 70. You'll have a 71 driving layup. You'll have a 90 mid-range shot, and of course, you have an 88 three-point shot. You'll have an 89 pass accuracy, and you'll have a 76 ball handle, right? Now, again, on the defensive side, defense is obviously going to look good too. Your rebound is going to be good. You're going to have an 82 defensive rebound. You'll have a 68 offensive rebound. You'll have a 74 block, which is pretty good with your low wingspan. You have a 51 steal. You have a 70 lateral quickness, and then of course you have a 71 perimeter defense, right? But again, this build is not necessarily going to shine on the defensive side. This is meant to shine on the offensive side, right? Now, as you see with your speed, excuse me, you will have, remember, you'll get a +9 on this, okay? So a +9 means that you will have an 87 speed with your ball handling. So then, of course, once you hit a couple of shots, you will be able to see yourself speed boosting, but it just varies, right? But of course, what you're going to do is you're going to have playmaking takeover, and playmaking takeover is what's going to get you the ability to speed boost, right? So you definitely want to have playmaking take over this build. There's no reason to have anything else on this build. You want to have that. If you do not, if you want to see any clips of it, of course, most of the community know, man, you can look at Duke Dennis's channel, man, and you can see him cooking up with this ISO build, right? But here you have it right here. The stretch playmaker, right? Now, again, just like all my other top 3 series, I'm not going to go into the actual badges, the badge breakdown and what badges to get, because we have 2 other builds to go through, and I just want to kind of keep this within a reasonable amount of time, right? So let's head over to the second build. All right, my nephews and nieces. Okay, so the second one that we're going to look at, and again, this is not in any particular order. This is just literally, this is top 3. We're going to look at the Playmaking 4, right? And again, as you can start to see, you're going to see, like, with these 2 builds, the stretch playmaker is an ISO build that can shoot. This is going to be the Playmaking 4. It's going to be an ISO build that can slash. Okay, now, again, like I said, when you're making a power forward, power forwards are not meant to be, to me, now this is to me, they're meant to be more of an offensive type build, right? So, I mean, like, because if you want to make a defensive type build, you're going to definitely want to make that as a center, right? Because you have more defensive badges. It just makes more sense, right? So again, that's the reason why you're not going to see, well, which you rarely would see, I guess you can say. You're not going to see, I mean, you see them, right? But let's just be honest, right? A 6'11", 7 foot, 6'9" center, right? Pure red or red blue, they're going to have more defensive badges and they're going to have more strength, right? So, I mean, like, and I'm going to talk about that in a second in the last build, but I just want to give you an idea of why it makes more sense to make power forwards more offensive minded, right? So again, here we're going to go with the Playmaking 4, a build that, again, this is actually one that I have made, right? So it's in the process of being made right now because I feel like this will be a great rendition to Zion Williamson, which of course you know is my lob threat, but this is going to be a different version, obviously, because this one can dribble. My lob threat can't, right? So you want to go with the yellow red. You want to go with the one with the pure speed. And again, I made this one a little bit differently. I made this one with the mindset of I am going to hit legend, so I do not need to have all these badges up front because I'm gonna get the best of them on the back end, right? And this is going to be a prime example here. So if you look at my original Playmaking 4 build, I had maxed out my free throws, but here I don't. I just have 5, right? Because I know I'm gonna have 15 when I hit legend, and that's all I'm going to need, right? Then I want to max out my pass accuracy, my ball handling, and go 73. On my post moves, that give me exactly 16, which again will give me 26 once I hit legend. Then I want to go 72 on my interior defense. You want to go 73 on your perimeter. You want to max out your lateral quickness. You want to go max out your blocks. You want to go 65 on your defensive rebounds. You want to go 60 on your offensive rebounds, and you want to use the rest on your steals. So as you can see, I do not have all of these maxed out for a certain reason. If you want to have, if you're like, listen, I'll never hit legend, then go ahead and check out my other Playmaking 4 video that I already dropped. I'll leave that in the description. This one right here is going to be really, really dope, because what it does is that it is going to allow me to have a ton of badges and attributes in every single category. Whereas, you know, in other Playmaking 4 build, I think I have nothing on my steals. I maxed out my defensive rebound, and I had a little bit of my offensive rebound or something like that. It was just different, right? Or maybe I didn't have interior defense. I can't remember what it was, but again, it was completely different. But this one right here is because I know I'm gonna hit legend, so I don't need to worry about maximizing my badge upgrades. I just want to maximize my attributes. I hope you can understand that. It's a big difference. When you're hitting legend, it's not about maximizing your badges, because you're going to get a lot. It's about maximizing your attributes. Whereas if you're not going to hit legend, it's better to maximize your badge upgrades and not necessarily your attributes, because you're not going to get all those extra badges for hitting legend. So keep that in mind when you're working on it. Now, with this Playmaking 4 build here, before we go any further, let me just go here. You want to go build, right? You want to go 6'8" with this build, right? You want to get your weight to 254, right? And that'll get you right at 75. Then you want to get your wingspan, drop it to 80, all right? So remember, everything's gonna go on a +5 basis, right? So with a +5, what that means is I'm gonna have a 77 ball handle, and I'm gonna have a 93 speed. So of course, I'm gonna be able to speed boost with this build off rip. I do not have to worry about takeover. I also have an 85 driving dunk, right? So at 99, I have an 84 to get pro, and then 99.9, I have an 85 to get the elite, right? That's huge. And of course, you see the 3-point shot, I have a 71 3-point shot, and then of course, I'll also have a 79 mid-range shot, a 90 pass accuracy, 80 interior defense, 81 perimeter, right? A 70 defensive rebound, and a 65 offensive rebound, which I think would just be good enough for me. I'm not going to be in a lot of positions anyway to do that, because I will be playing as the primary ball handler. As you know, I've been working hard to try to be able to dribble and ISO, so I am still a work in progress, right? But here's the Playmaking 4. Of course, you want to go with the Playmaking Takeover. That's just going to be able to boost your dribbling and your playmaking ability. And then here you have it, my nephews and nieces. This is the Playmaking 4, right? Now, let's go ahead and head over to the last and final build and get y'all out of here, right? All right, my nephews and nieces, the last and final build we're going to look at is going to be a paint beast, right? Now, this paint beast is not going to be your typical paint beast that you're going to see at the center position, because this paint beast right here is going to be able to get ridiculous contact dunks. It's going to be a lot faster, smaller. It's a different type of paint beast, but again, this is what the power forward build would need, and it's all about the mismatch, right? Again, this build is meant to be played at the 1, right? So you have to be unique. This build to me, I think like the power forward builds would shine more on the park, right? If you want to try to put these, this build would shine more on the park. The other 2 builds can be in rec as a secondary ball handler, primary ball handler, no issues. This right here would shine more in the park, I think. Now, you could bring it in the rec if you want to, but I think this is more of a park build. This is going to be, like I said, it's going to be the paint beast, right? Now, the paint beast, of course, you want to go with that blue and the red. Then you want to go right here, you want to go with the strength and the vert. This is nothing really changes. You want to go strength and vert with this build, right? And then here, what you want to do is you want to max out your close. You want to go 67 on your driving layup. You want to max out your driving dunk, your standing dunk, and your post hook, right? Then you want to max out your post fade. And then here you want to go with your post moves. And then you want to go 72, which will give you right at 9, right? Then you want to max out your interior defense, your lateral quickness. You want to max out your block, your offensive rebound, and your defensive rebound, right? So as you see, you only have 19 here. If you was to do this at the center, you would have 22. So again, like I said, you see the difference. One thing I would just say is that this paint beast is, it's like I said, it's meant to go against smaller defenders, and that's why I think, like, again, me, I like to run with centers. If I make this build, I'll make sure that I'll have a 6'11", 6'10". I'll have some type of stretch that could stretch the floor for me and let me ISO up on a little guard. Or again, what make it frustrating is just that, like, again, when you have mismatches like that, sometimes they'll try to put the center on me, which of course, putting a little center on me, that's not necessarily going to do anything better, is because I'm going to be so much faster and quicker that I can be able to explode out my post moves and my post fades. It's just, like I said, it's really glitchy, but it's really, really good build. This is almost like my big, what I do, like my Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with Chamberlain. It's just that look at the driving dunk on this thing. So again, it's like, With me, I'm not able to just face up and go straight to the rack and get contact dunks with my center. I got to kind of stay with my back to the basket and getting close to the rim and try to get the big man contact dunks. This build, I can actually face up, use my quick first step, and then once I get them on my hip, I can go ahead and hit the end on on the joystick and get contact dunks. So this makes this build really, really unique and dangerous. Right? You same thing here. You want to go build, you want to stay 6'9", keep your weight the same, and this time you want to get your wingspan to 89.8. So you want to go 89.8. If you go 90.7, you lose the post takeover ability. So you want to go 89.8, right? And then now let's take a look. What you're going to have is, of course, you're going to have a 91 defensive rebound, a 90 offensive rebound. You're going to have a 93 block. You'll have an 86 interior defense. Your post fade is going to be an 80. Your post moves is going to be a 79. You're also going to have an 83 post hook. Again, you're going to have 87, a 92 driving dunk. That means you're going to get every single contact dunk animation and alley-oop animation, which is crazy. All right. So all in all, this is going to be a really solid build. You do have the 90. You'll have 99 strength. That's all that really matters. When you go here, of course, you want to go with the post takeover, right? Which is going to be really toxic. And then here you have it. It is going to be your paint beast, right? So hopefully my nephews and nieces, you enjoyed this video. We just hit 37K. Again, we're trying to push a 40K by end this month. Please sub up to the channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Like up the video. And of course, your man, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really, really soon. Another banger. You know, when I say I'll be back soon, another banger, you know exactly what day I'm talking about, man. I'm talking about tomorrow. I'm out.
Yeah. Rare form, yeah.